Welcome to the inaugural season of Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball, presented by Active Family Chiropractic, Edward Jones, Gresham Ford, Gresham Pediatric Dentistry, the Gresham Police Officers Association, Lucky Pints, Metro East Web Academy, Northwest Accounting Partners, Olympic Gym, Riverview Community Bank, and State Farm. And now it's time for your Gresham Grey Wolves pregame show.
Welcome to Kelowna, Canada. After a 4-hour delay at the Canadian border, the Gresham Grey Wolves have arrived in Kelowna, and they are about set to get started at a 7:05 pitch start here in Kelowna, as the Grey Wolves will throw starter righty Andrew Heidemann, also known as Spud, on the mound tonight here in Kelowna. We will get you the rundown of the lineups here in a second, as the home team, Kelowna Falcons, will send Robertson, Lacrone, Morgan, Moore, Cantor, Sita, Ogata, Crunkleton, Antchak to the plate in that order of 9, and they will send Knapp to the mound to start against your Gresham Grey Wolves. Starting off, playing shortstop out of Cal Poly's Dylan Doherty. Batting second out of Cal, the right fielder, number 6, Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. Playing the designated hitter at a University of Washington, number 8, Jack Johnson. Number 28, playing third base tonight, is Connor Zickafoos at a Chapman University. Playing center field, number 13, Ryan Smith. He's from Southern Illinois University. In left field, number 25, Mark Cardinale. Cardinale, a UC Davis man. Playing first base at a Dixie State College is Ryan Rodriguez, number 27. Behind the plate from Nebraska is number 22, Ben Klenke. And at second base, number 5, Jordan Barkis out of Lower Columbia College. On the mound is Spud Heidemann. Spud Heidemann at Concordia University. And in his last 3 starts, he's gone 7 innings, had an inning in relief, and went 4 2/3 inning, accumulating a 1-1 record over those last 3 games. Against Victoria, in his only loss this season, he allowed 6 earned runs on 9 hits in the contest. Against Kitsap in his last outing, he went 7 full innings, allowing only 3 hits and only 1 run when the Grey Wolves won the contest 4-1. That was on June 29th. We'll come back here after a short break, and we'll break down the first pitch and the starting lineups once again for the Gresham Grey Wolves and the Kelowna Falcons. You're listening to Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball on Grey Wolves Live.
Bum, ba-da-dum, da-da-dum. You are in a quest full of danger and excitement. Your path clouded by deception and dead ends that could cost you dearly. You have to fight off dangerous snakes and vicious jackals, savage headhunters and shark-infested waters. You don't know who to trust, and all you want is to buy a new car. I'm Bess Wills at Gresham Ford, and getting the car or truck you need doesn't have to be a dangerous adventure of epic proportions. At Gresham Ford, you won't find any snakes, weasels, or other predators, and you don't have to worry if you are going to get pillaged. All dealers pay the same for the cars they sell. We just help you get the new or used vehicle you need without all the drama. If you want an adventure full of shady characters, crooked deals, and nasty vermin, go to the movies. If you want to get the best built cars and trucks in America, come to Gresham Ford. We'll all donate $100 to the church or charity of your choice with every vehicle you purchase at Gresham Ford. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum.
special guest tonight. I mentioned earlier we had a special starting pitcher in Maxine DeHart. Come on out. She's not going to be our starting pitcher. Just going to throw the first pitch. Come with me, Maxine. We got to go to the right place here. Come on. Come on out, Max. Here we go. Come on, Max. Keep going. Keep going. I'm kidding, Max. This is ridiculous. It's a ridiculous place to throw it from. All right, Max. I don't know if you are capable of throwing from the midway point or the quarter point, but you decide. Do you want to do this? Do you want to do this, guys? Yeah! Do it right.
Live from Osland Field at Mount Hood Community College, this is Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball, presented by Active Family Chiropractic, Edward Jones, Gresham Ford, Gresham Pediatric Dentistry, the Gresham Police Officers Association, Lucky Pint, Metro East Web Academy, Northwest Accounting Partners, Olympic Gym, Riverview Community Bank, and State Farm. Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball starts now.
Welcome back to Kelowna, Canada, here in British Columbia. I'm Fletcher Like. I am the road broadcaster for the Gresham Grey Wolves here, as the Grey Wolves will send Dylan Doherty, Jeffrey Mitchell Jr., and Jack Johnson to the plate to start the first inning. The Grey Wolves dropping the last contest 4-0 to the Walla Walla Sweets yesterday. No days off here as the Grey Wolves travel up to Canada. As we said, there was a 9-hour bus ride and a 3-hour delay at the border trying to get into Canada. A variety of reasons, but the Grey Wolves are here and they're ready to play some baseball. That's what they're here for. That's what they're here for all summer. They're here to play baseball. They're here to win contests. They're here to have fun, because baseball is fun. So the final throwdown pitch is completed. The second is completed by their catcher Sita for the Kelowna Fulcons. And Dylan Doherty will step into the left-handed batter's box for the Grey Wolves. Grey Wolves are in all gray tonight. Gray hats, gray tops, gray pants, and black socks. Some of them have stirrups, some of them have straight black socks. Dylan Doherty's going with the all black socks, no stirrups. And he'll step into the batter's box. The first pitch is taken for a strike on the outer part of the plate for strike number 1. So a 1-0 count to Dylan Doherty. First pitch 7:09. He'll take the second pitch from Knapp, and he's going to scooch back a little bit. Take ball number 1. Dylan Doherty hitting .216 on the season. He's got 8 hits, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs. He's going to slap the 1-1 pitch high to deep right field, and it's be caught by the right fielder, Crunkleton. Crunkleton looked like he might have been in a little bit of a panic there running for that baseball, but able to catch the deep fly ball to record the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. At the University of California, hitting .341, team-leading batting average for the Grey Wolves. He's got 4 doubles and a triple on the season and 7 RBIs. He's earned 11 walks, and he's struck out 11 times. He'll take a first pitch strike at the knees. The 1-0 pitch, 0-1 pitch is low, so 1-1 now to Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. from the right side of the batter's box with a light tan lumber bat. All wood bats in the West Coast League here in summer college baseball, as Jack Johnson at the University of Washington will wait on deck with 1 out in the inning. Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. out of Cal. Didn't play a whole lot this season, but did contribute to the University of California program that made it to call the NCAA tournament, and he's going to look at a curveball outside part of the plate, and he's going to get rung up by the home plate umpire for out number 2. He's going to be caught looking. That'll bring up Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson out of the University of Washington, hitting .239 in the season with 16 hits. 2 outs here in the inning. He's going to look at a ball stomach high for ball number 1. Interesting city here in Kelowna. It's on a very skinny lake that's very long, as the 1-0 pitch is called a strike at the knees for strike number 1. So a 1-1 count again. 2 1-1 counts from Knapp to Grey Wolves batters here early on in the contest. Knapp not falling behind early in the count. Jack Johnson's going to look at a curveball right over the heart of the plate for strike number 2. So 1-2 now to Jack Johnson, as the Grey Wolves have not gotten anything going off of Knapp here early going in the contest. And Jack Johnson's going to get rung up on a ball on the outer part of the plate again. Looked pretty far outside. Jack Johnson didn't like the call, but he's going to go back to the dugout, and the Grey Wolves will take the field here after the first half of the first inning. We'll be back here after no hits, no runs, and no errors for the Grey Wolves, and nobody left on base, as the Grey Wolves were set down perfectly by Knapp of the Falcons. We'll be back here on Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball. Here you're listening to Grey Wolves Live.
Finding the right dentist for your young children can be challenging. At Gresham Pediatric Dentistry, we understand the importance of helping your child feel comfortable in the dental chair. Since 2007, Dr. Jiyoung Lee has helped many young patients in the Gresham area, and she can help your child too. Request your appointment today at GreshamPediatricDentistry.com.
Kids, the Gresham Grey Wolves will be conducting a 3-day baseball camp right here at Austin Field on July 20th through the 22nd. This is a great opportunity to develop your skills, have fun, and learn from the Gresham Grey Wolves players. Registration is just $45 per child and is open to all ages 5 through 16. You can register online at GreshamGreyWolves.com. See you at the ballpark.
Welcome back to Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball here on Grey Wolves Live from Kelowna, British Columbia, as Spud Heidemann will take the mound for the Grey Wolves, looking to get another win in the stat column for the Grey Wolves. He's 3-1 on the season so far. He's got a win against Kitsap on June 29th when the Grey Wolves won 4-1. He did not get a decision in the game against Yakima, as he was a reliever and only pitched 1 inning of perfect baseball, facing 4 batters. He got the loss in a 5-9 loss to Victoria, in which the Grey Wolves were swept 3-0, as Spud Heidemann will face off against Robertson, the center fielder for the Falcons. He's going to throw a first pitch strike into Robertson. So Spud Heidemann working with an 0-1 count now early in the at-bat. And the second pitch is slapped right at Dylan Doherty. He's going to gather it in his stomach, and he's going to throw a strike over to Ryan Rodriguez at first base for out number 1.
The second baseman, put your hands together for Lane Lacrone.
That'll bring up Lane Lacrone,
Let's try that one more time.
wearing number 5. The Falcons are wearing all white pants with a blue stripe down the side and navy blue jerseys. Lacrone is wearing blue socks with stirrups. He's going to swing and foul the first pitch from Spud Heidemann into his front leg. So 3 total pitches and essentially 3 strikes from Spud Heidemann. The ground out to Dylan Doherty, most likely a strike, as Robertson swung at the pitch. So 0-1 counts to start the inning. At-bats for Spud Heidemann, and it's a high pop fly in the left side of the infield, and it's going to be caught by Dylan Doherty. So Dylan Doherty with an assist and a put out here in the inning. As he's really been the only one to touch the baseball other than the catcher Ben Klenke and obviously Spud Heidemann throwing the pitches from the hill. That'll bring up the left fielder Morgan. Another first pitch strike from Spud Heidemann is a pitch over the heart of the plate across the knees. So 5 strikes and no balls as Spud Heidemann just misses off the plate for his first ball of the contest. And a curveball that doesn't break enough is going to be outside for ball number 2. So 2-1 now for Spud Heidemann facing the left fielder Morgan, wearing number 3. 2-1 pitch is slapped into the back fence here in Kelowna. There's a couple high rises in right field, an industrial silos and straight to a dead-away center field, as well as a softball field behind the baseball stadium here. There's a softball field in center field, surrounded by industrial complexes here in Kelowna, as the 2-1 pitch is high above the belt for ball number 3. So full count, 2 outs here from Spud Heidemann to Morgan. He's going to swing and it's going to be cracked. It looked like a broken bat there. And a great play by Jordan Barkus, going to take it off the lip of the grass here with his bare hand and throw a strike over to Ryan Rodriguez for out number 3 as Spud Heidemann goes 3 up, 3 down here in Kelowna. We'll be back here to start the second inning here on Grey Wolves Live.
Take a double play with the Gresham Grey Wolves this season by becoming a marketing partner. If you or someone you know would like more information on how to become a marketing partner of the Gresham Grey Wolves during their inaugural season, contact Derek Hargett at 503-890-8827 for more information. Again, that number is 503-890-8827. Your partnership with the Gresham Grey Wolves will be a howlin' time.
Good time down at the Lucky Pint, where we have 30 rotating taps, happy hour all day on Sundays, fishbowl Fridays, or just come down and fill up a growler. The Lucky Pint is the home of Gresham Grey Wolves, where we honor service members with a 20% discount every Monday. Check us out on Facebook to see our latest cocktails and craft beer list, and then come in and see for yourself what all the excitement is all about. Located at 1888 Northwest Fairview Parkway in Gresham, your locally owned place for craft beer and cocktails in Gresham.
Welcome back to Grey Wolves Live here from beautiful Kelowna, Canada, as Connor Zickafoos will step into the batter's box for the Grey Wolves.
Number 28, Connor Zickafoos, who also happens to be your beer batter.
Connor Zickafoos wearing number 28, batting from the left-handed batter's box, facing right-hander Knapp, as the Grey Wolves are looking to get their first base runner on the field here in Kelowna, as Connor Zickafoos looks at a fastball on the inner part of the plate for ball number 1. He's going to swing and slap a line drive 2-bouncer up the middle. This is the shortstop. Anchok is going to grab and throw over to first base to record the first out of the inning. So a ground out to short leads off the bottom of the first and the top of the second here in Kelowna. One fly ball, a pop out, and a couple of ground outs here in Kelowna is all the pitchers can get here so far, and all the batters can produce. A couple of strikeouts as well, as Ryan Smith, the center fielder, will step into the batter's box. Last time Ryan Smith was in Canada, he made a diving catch in deep center field in Victoria to record an out that ended up saving a bunch of runs, as there was runners on first and second, as he looks at the 1-0 pitch over the heart of the plate for strike number 1. So 1-1 with 1 out to Ryan Smith. He's going to check his swing, and they're going to say he went. The first base umpire says Ryan Smith did not hold up his swing. And it's going to be a 1-2 count now to Ryan Smith. The 1-2 pitch is outside, gobbled up on a backhand short hop by the catcher, Sita, as the count evens up at 2-2, and Ryan Smith is going to slap one high over the top of the backstop and over the press box here in Kelowna. Nobody on. 2-2 count is high at the head for ball number 3. So full count with one out here to Ryan Smith, the center fielder for the Grey Wolves. And Ryan Smith is going to start walking to first base on the pitch, and he's going to get rung up for the third backwards strikeout, backwards K for the Grey Wolves here. So 3 strikeouts for Knapp in 6 batters. Now he's facing his 6th batter, so 3 strikeouts and 5 batters as Knapp will now face Mark Cardinale. Mark Cardinale out of UC Davis from San Jose, California. He's going to swing and foul off the first pitch into the right part of the backstop here. It's a very high backstop in Kelowna as the sun is setting to about 2 o'clock if your clock is on top of the plate. He's going to swing and a soft, high fly ball into shallow left center field. The shortstop, Anterchak, is going to go out and retrieve it and record the 3rd out of the inning. So nobody left on here as the Grey Wolves again cannot get any base runners going here in the inning. As the Gresham Grey Wolves and the Kelowna Falcons will head to the bottom of the 2nd inning here in Kelowna. You're listening to Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball here on Grey Wolves Live.
Bum, ba-da-dum, da-da-dum. You are in a quest full of danger and excitement. Your path clouded by deception and dead ends that could cost you dearly. You have to fight off dangerous snakes and vicious jackals, savage headhunters and shark-infested waters. You don't know who to trust. And all you want is to buy a new car. I'm Bess Wills at Gresham Ford, and getting the car or truck you need doesn't have to be a dangerous adventure of epic proportions. At Gresham Ford, you won't find any snakes, weasels, or other predators, and you don't have to worry if you are going to get pillaged. All dealers pay the same for the cars they sell. We just help you get the new or used vehicle you need without all the drama. If you want an adventure full of shady characters, crooked deals, and nasty vermin, go to the movies. If you want to get the best built cars and trucks in America, come to Gresham Ford. We'll all donate $100 to the church or charity of your choice with every vehicle you purchase at Gresham Ford. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum.
Welcome back to Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball here in Kelowna, Canada, as Spud Heidemann will now go back out to the mound, and he will face off against Moore, Cantor, and Sita, the first baseman, the designated hitter, and the catcher for the Falcons of Kelowna. Spud Heidemann working out of the windup. First pitch is high and outside for ball number 1. Again, Spud Heidemann going a full 7 innings out of 9 in his last appearance, as the 1-0 pitch is right across the heart of the plate. Thigh high for strike number 1. So 1-1 now from Spud Heidemann, the righty out of the University of Concordia, and the slider just misses off outer part of the plate. Moore, a righty, now facing a 2-1 count from Spud Heidemann. As the 2-1 pitch is skied into shallow right field, and Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. is going to come in and gather that one up for out number 1. As Spud Heidemann has gotten 2 pop-ups and 2 groundouts here, facing 4 batters. Designated hitter Cantor will now step into the batter's box. The righty wearing full-length white pants, facing off against Spud Hyman. He's going to deliver a first pitch strike at the thighs on the outer third of the plate for strike number 1. Cantor back into the batter's box, and Spud Hyman working quickly. Sliders called strike number 2, so 0-2 now quickly from Spud Hyman. As Spud Hyman is looking to work quickly here, as the 0-2 pitch is slapped off the glove of the first baseman, Ryan Rodriguez. Staying fair, the diving effort by Ryan Rodriguez is not enough to keep that one in place, so a hit for Cantor will be the first hit of the ball game for either team here in the bottom of the second inning. That'll bring up Brent Sita. Brent Sita out of San Jose, California as well. And he'll look at a first pitch slider outside for ball number 1 with Cantor over at first base. One out, 1-0 count to Sita. No runs here in the game. As Spud Hyman will look over at Cantor at first base. Cantor's not going to go. Soft chopper, Jack Johnson, not able to gathers it up, looks at second base and drops the ball. Now realizing he has no play at second base, throws the ball over to first base to Ryan Rodriguez, but it's not in time. We'll see how they score that one, as I'm in a little room all by myself here with no windows to see how they score that. Either way, there's runners on first and second, as Brent Sita is now at first base. Spud Hyman now with runners on first and second, facing Ogata, the third baseman. Righty to righty. Into right field, it's going to be right at Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. He's going to deliver a line drive strike right back to Jack Johnson. No bounces, not cut off, as no base runners will advance on the fly out to right field. That'll bring up the right fielder, Joey Crunkleton, the lefty, as time will be called, and Spud Hyman will get a new ball. Antchak is on deck for the Falcons. Spud Hyman will step off the batter's box, step off the rubber, and make everybody go back to their base. The left-handed Crunkleton, the right fielder for the Falcons, steps in, waves his bat, and looks at a first pitch ball low and outside. 1-0 count with Spud Hyman working with runners on first and second base. As they do scored an E5, as Jack Johnson was unable to get the ball out of his glove, as Spud Hyman delivers a 1-0 pitch strike to Crunkleton. So if any runners score, it's going to be unearned for Spud Hyman. Spud Hyman working with 3.18 ERA, and that one's going to be a hard grounder to Ryan Rodriguez. He's going to fall down to his knees, and he's going to underhand flip it to Spud Hyman, who has hustled over to first base to record the out. So a 3-1 ground out by Crunkleton gets Spud Hyman out of the inning with only 1 hit and 1 error and 2 runners left on base. As the score remains 0-0 here in Kelowna, you're listening to Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball here on Grey Wolves Live.
Finding the right dentist for your young children can be challenging. At Gresham Pediatric Dentistry, we understand the importance of helping your child feel comfortable in the dental chair. Since 2007, Dr. Jiyoung Lee has helped many young patients in the Gresham area, and she can help your child too. Request your appointment today at GreshamPediatricDentistry.com.
Hey kids, the Gresham Grey Wolves will be conducting a 3-day baseball camp right here at Osland Field on July 20th through the 22nd. This is a great opportunity to develop your skills, have fun, and learn from the Gresham Grey Wolves players. Registration is just $45 per child and is open to all ages 5 through 16. You can register online at GreshamGreyWolves.com. See you at the ballpark.
Welcome back to Grey Wolves baseball here as Knapp is finishing up his warm-up pitches here in Kelowna, Canada. The Grey Wolves will send Ryan Rodriguez, Ben Klenke, and Jordan Barkus to the plate. Dixie State first baseman, Nebraska catcher, and Lower Columbia College second baseman, respectively, for the Grey Wolves here in the top of the third inning. Still scoreless as Spud Heidemann got out of a first and second jam. A hit and an error were the two base runners' respective scoring. As the Grey Wolves are looking to get a run here in the inning, as Knapp is still finishing up some of his pitches. Thought he was a little bit... There he gets the throw down second base. Again, Spud Heidemann only allowing 3 hits in his last appearance against Kitsap, June 29th. Grey Wolves traveled up to Bremerton, Washington to face Kitsap. Grey Wolves won 4-1 in the contest, as Spud Heidemann got the win, going 7 innings, facing 30 batters. The first pitch from Knapp to Ryan Rodriguez is fouled out of play down the right side. The first baseline is hugged by an avenue where cars are parked, as Ryan Rodriguez will look at another pitch on the outer part of the plate. So 0-2 early to Ryan Rodriguez, as Grey Wolves cannot seem to understand or get a grip right now quickly of the strike zone so far. They're thinking some pitches are outside, as the 0-2 pitch is softly fouled over towards the Grey Wolves dugout. Getting rung up 3 times by the home plate umpire, looking on pitches outside. So Grey Wolves going to need to start protecting the outer part of the plate, as Ryan Rodriguez will line a shot down the right field line for the first single and the first base hit of the game for the Grey Wolves.
Next up,
I'll bring up Ben Klenke here in the inning. Ryan Rodriguez was hitting .216 on the season, as he is now 1 for 1. And at first base is Ben Klenke at the University of Nebraska. Swings at the first pitch, and it's going to be lined over the top of the center fielder's head. But the center fielder, Robertson, is going to be able to wrangle that one in for an out. Looked off the bat like he was going to get to the wall. Lined straight up the middle. But Robertson was able to haul that one in for out number 1 here in the third. That'll bring up Jordan Barkus, the manager's younger brother. Jordan Barkus hitting from the left-handed batter's box, hitting .270 on the season. Jeffrey Minter Jr., Ryan Smith, Ben Klenke, and Jordan Barkus, the top 4 batting averages for the Grey Wolves, as Barkus looks at a first pitch ball inside at his ankles, with Ryan Rodriguez over at first base, and Dylan Doherty on deck for the Grey Wolves. Swung on and fouled just down the third baseline. The ball will travel all the way to the angled fence here, as it's a little bit looking like an octagon here that pens in the field. Center field wall is flat, left field wall is flat, right field wall is flat. And angled fences all the way around the ballpark, making an octagon. As the 1-1 pitch is a curveball, it just misses for ball number 2. So 2-1 now to Jordan Barkus. Left field and right field walls have sponsors, marketing partner. Banners draped from the green wooden wall. 325 to left field and 323 to right down the lines. As the 2-1 pitch is way outside for ball number 3. So 3-1 count now to Jordan Barkus. Looking to get some offense going here in the third with Ryan Rodriguez at first base and leadoff batter Dylan Doherty on deck. Jordan Barkus with full black socks in the lefty's batter's box. And he's going to look at a pitch low in the zone, and it's going to be ball 4. So a walk to Jordan Barkus. Brings up Dylan Doherty out of Cal Poly. Dylan Doherty arriving just a couple of weeks ago, did not play or travel. Neither was on the roster last time the Grey Wolves were in Canada. Runners on first and second now for the Grey Wolves as Knapp looks down at second base where Ryan Rodriguez is. And Dylan Doherty will look at a fastball in the outer part of the plate for ball number 1. Runners on first and second. Jordan Barkus at first, Ryan Rodriguez at second after Ryan Rodriguez singled to open the inning. And Dylan Doherty will line a ball into left center field that Robertson is going to haul in and grab. The very speedy center fielder for the Falcons, able to grab 2 dangerous trouble fly balls here in the inning, bringing up Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. The Grey Wolves do lead the Falcons in batting average, 238 to 232 coming into the contest as Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. will step into the right-handed batter's box. Falcons have a 296 slugging. Grey Wolves have 295 slugging as most teams early in the season unable to get large hits. Loud hits is a term for that. Home runs and triples. Most hits coming from singles and doubles with the transition from aluminum bats to wooden bats as the 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed by Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. So 1-1 with 2 outs and runners on first and second for the Grey Wolves. Top of the third with no runs here in the game, as the 1-1 pitch is outside and low for ball number 2. So 2-1 count now to Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. out of the University of California in beautiful Berkeley, California. The 2-1 pitch is swung on and fouled to the backstop. So 2-2 now to Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. As Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. will look at runners at first and second and stare down pitcher Tim Knapp. Excuse me, Knapp. His first name is not Tim. Don't know why I said that, as the 2-2 pitch is skied out of play down the first baseline out of the ballpark. Still 2-2. Still runners on first and second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs is what the scoreboard reads with 0 runs on the inning. The 2-2 pitch is fouled into the right part of the batter's box. Tanner Knapp, the pitcher for Kelowna. The 2-2 pitch is hit right back at the pitcher Knapp, and he's going to flip the ball over to first base after the Grey Wolves get 2 runners on 1 hit, but leave 2 base runners here in the 3rd inning. And we'll head to the bottom of the 3rd from Kelowna, Canada. Here, you're listening to Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball on Grey Wolves Live.
It's a howling good time down at the Lucky Pint, where we have 30 rotating taps, happy hour all day on Sundays, fishbowl Fridays, or just come down and fill up a growler. The Lucky Pint is the home of Gresham Grey Wolves, where we honor service members with a 20% discount every Monday. Check us out on Facebook to see our latest cocktails and craft beer list, and then come in and see for yourself what all the excitement is all about. Located at 1888 Northwest Fairview Parkway in Gresham, your locally owned place for craft beer and cocktails in Gresham.
Turn a double play with the Gresham Grey Wolves this season by becoming a marketing partner. If you or someone you know would like more information on how to become a marketing partner of the Gresham Grey Wolves during their inaugural season, contact Derek Hargett at 503-890-8827 for more information. Again, that number is 503-890-8827. Your partnership with the Gresham Grey Wolves will be a howling time.
Hey kids, the Gresham Grey Wolves will be conducting a 3-day baseball camp right here at Ostlin Field on July 20th through the 22nd. This is a great opportunity to develop your skills, have fun, and learn from the Gresham Grey Wolves players. Registration is just $45 per child and is open to all ages 5 through 16. Register online at GreshamGreyWolves.com. See you at the ballpark.
Welcome back to Gresham Grey Wolves Live here from Kelowna, Canada. As Spud Hyman working again to begin the bottom of the 3rd inning. He's going to deliver a first pitch fastball strike to shortstop Anchak here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 0-1 pitch swung on and missed by Anchak. The off-speed pitch swung on and missed. So 0-2 early from Spud Heidemann. Delivers another changeup, and it's going to be swung on and missed for strike number 3. And the first out of the inning for the Grey Wolves.
Center fielder, top of the order, make some noise for Chandler Robertson.
That'll bring up Chandler Robertson, the center fielder, wearing number 32. Pants at his knees and blue socks. Blue jersey and red numbers with white outlines. A slightly open stance, and he's going to swing at the first pitch, and it's going to be grounded right at shortstop. That takes a funky hop over the top of Dylan Doherty's left shoulder as he was strafing to his left. And I assume that's going to go down as a hit because it took a funky hop. As Lane Lacrone, the second baseman, steps in the right-handed batter's box wearing the blue stirrups, wearing number 5, and playing second base, with Chandler Robertson at first base, but Hyden will step off and throw over to first just to keep Robertson there. Robertson has shown his speed out in center field early on in the first 3 innings so far, tracking down multiple fly balls that looked like they were going to get down, but did not. And that first pitch to Lacrone is slapped into the left side hole between the shortstop and the third baseman, bringing up the left fielder for Adam Morgan.
Hi, Bella.
Morgan hitting .211 on the season with 4 hits. Kevin Morgan. Runners on first and second. He's going to look at a curveball for strike number 1 out of Cal Poly. So the batter and the shortstop for the Grey Wolves play on the same team. Little connection there. Another little connection is as the 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed. A nasty changeup from Spud Heidemann, swung on and missed. 0-2 now with 1 out in the inning. Gabe Benavides, who pitched July 3rd, pitched against Dylan Doherty, shortstop for the Grey Wolves, both playing on the same team. It's a little fun fact as the 0-2 pitches reached at and fouled into left foul territory down the third baseline. Spud Heidemann still working with an 0-2 count to Kevin Morgan. Cal Poly always produces good quality baseball players. Andrew Heidemann delivers curveball, high fly ball, hugging the third baseline. And Cardinale is going to get over and make the catch, and the runners are not able to advance on the fly out to record the second out of the inning.
Next up for your Kelowna Falcons, put your hands together, make some noise.
So fly out to left and runners on first and second with 2 outs in the inning after Anchak struck out on 3 pitches to lead off bottom of the third. Brings up first baseman Moore. Moore, the right-handed batter, wearing number 24. Facing off against right-handed pitcher Spud Heidemann. Curveball over the top of the mound, underneath the legs of the umpire, and it's going to be shoveled over to Jordan Barkus as Dylan Doherty and Jordan Barkus. Fielder's choice put out Moore as the Grey Wolves and Spud Heidemann strand 2 more base runners in the inning. 1 hit, no runs, no errors, and 2 left on base for the Falcons as we'll head to the top of the 4th inning here from Kelowna, Canada. You're listening to Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball on Grey Wolves Live.
You are in a quest full of danger and excitement. Your path clouded by deception and dead ends that could cost you dearly. You have to fight off dangerous snakes and vicious jackals, savage headhunters and shark-infested waters. You don't know who to trust, and all you want is to buy a new car. I'm Bess Wills at Gresham Ford, and getting the car or truck you need doesn't have to be a dangerous adventure of epic proportions. At Gresham Ford, you won't find any snakes, weasels, or other predators, and you don't have to worry if you are going to get pillaged. All dealers pay the same for the cars they sell. We just help you get the new or used vehicle you need without all the drama. If you want an adventure full of shady characters, crooked deals, and nasty vermin, go to the movies. If you want to get the best built cars and trucks in America, come to Gresham Ford. We'll all donate $100 to the church or charity of your choice with every vehicle you purchase at Gresham Ford. Bum ba dum bum bum bum.
Dentist for your young children can be challenging. At Gresham Pediatric Dentistry, we understand the importance of helping your child feel comfortable in the dental chair. Since 2007, Dr. Jiyoung Lee has helped many young patients in the Gresham area, and she can help your child too. Request your appointment today at GreshamPediatricDentistry.com.
Welcome back to Grey Wolves Baseball here as Jack Johnson steps into the batter's box for the Grey Wolves, facing off against Tanner Knapp. He's going to swing at the first pitch he sees, and it's going to be skied into the left field. High fly ball, 3 players converging on it, but Morgan is going to come in and make the catch for out number 1. So 1 pitch and 1 out for the Grey Wolves here in the 4th inning. That'll bring up Connor Zickafoos at Chapman University, the Division III program down in California. He's going to swing and miss at a curveball. It starts out at thigh high and ends in his ankles. Great pitch there from Tanner Knapp. Both teams looking like they're in a pitcher's duel here as Connor Zickafoos looks at a fastball inside and low. Connor Zickafoos will look at another pitch at the same location. Two-one pitch is grounded right at the first baseman. Moore is going to take 2 steps in and gather the ball up, step on the bag for out number 2.
Center fielder Ryan Smith.
Bringing up Ryan Smith out of Southern Illinois University. Ryan Smith striking out, looking last at bat. Hitting .326 on the season with 28 hits and 4 doubles. Talked about earlier how there's a big learning curve from going from metal to wood, as the first pitch to Ryan Smith is lined down the left field line, and it's going to hit the .325 sign on the wall for a fair ball, and it's going to be another double for Ryan Smith. So Ryan Smith adds a double to his tally and is his 5th double of the season, as the Grey Wolves get a base runner here in the 4th. 2 outs now, as Mark Cardinale will step into the batter's box. Cardinale at a UC Davis from San Jose, California. Swung on and slaps the first pitch down the third baseline, and Ryan Smith, the speedy center fielder, is going to be waved home. So a 2-out single RBI for Mark Cardinale, scores the first run of the game for the Grey Wolves. So the Grey Wolves lead 1-0 here, as Ryan Rodriguez, who singled last at bat, steps into the batter's box with Mark Cardinale at first base. 2 outs, 1-0 lead for the Grey Wolves. Ryan Smith wearing neon highlighter, neon yellow batting gloves with red trim, as he looks at a curveball for strike number 1. Reminds me of David Ortiz of the Red Sox, designated hitter. Big lefty, retiring this year, unfortunately. Red Sox legend and future Hall of Famer retiring. Wears exact same kind of batting gloves as Ryan Rodriguez. Will slap the 0-1 pitch into the netting behind home plate. So 0-2 now, with 2 outs for Ryan Rodriguez. Last time Ryan Rodriguez saw an 0-2 count, though, he slapped a single into right field down the line. 0-2 to Ryan Rodriguez. Mark Cardinale at first after scoring Ryan Smith. And Ryan Rodriguez is going to slap one in the exact same spot as last time, and he's going to round first base as the ball gets into foul territory. And the Mark Cardinale is going to be held up at third after a double by Ryan Rodriguez. So Ryan Smith doubles, Mark Cardinale singles, scoring Ryan Smith, and Ryan Rodriguez doubles, moving Mark Cardinale to third base. Bringing up Ben Klenke, who laced one into deep center field but was hauled in by Robertson, the center fielder for the Falcons. So the number 4 leading batting average for the Grey Wolves steps in and looks at a first pitch changeup on the outer part of the plate for ball number 1. So 1-0 with runners at second and third for the Grey Wolves. Cardinale at third, Ryan Rodriguez at second. 2 for 2 on the evening is Rodriguez. Ben Klenke, an upright batting stance, and he's going to swing and foul one into the netting behind home plate for strike number 1. In the top of the third, he flew out to deep center. Now with runners at second and third and 2 outs, a single surely would score 2 runs here for the Grey Wolves. The 1-1 pitch is a curveball swung on and missed by Ben Klenke. Now 1-2 with 2 outs in the inning, as Cardinale and Rodriguez will lead off. Ben Klenke swings and puts one right where Ryan Rodriguez put his. And Ryan Rodriguez is going to be waved in. It's going to be a 2 RBI single for Ben Klenke. So the Grey Wolves opening this one up 3-0 here in the top of the 4th inning, scoring 3 runs with 2 outs.
Second baseman Jordan Marcus.
Bottom of the order, number 9 batter Jordan Vargas now up. Walked last time he faced Tanner Knapp, as Ben Klenke will get his lead over at first base. Left-handed batter Vargas will look at a fastball belt high on the outer part of the plate for strike number 1. Two outs, 0-1 count to Jordan Vargas, the younger brother of manager Justin Vargas, and he's going to look at a fastball thigh high for strike number 2. 0-2, 2 outs. As the Grey Wolves lead 3-0 here in Kelowna. Pitch, curveball swung on and missed. The catcher Sita will pick up out of the dirt and tag Jordan Vargas, but not after the damage is done. Grey Wolves get 3 runs on 3 hits, but leave 1 base runner here as the Grey Wolves now lead Kelowna Falcons 3-0 here as we'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning. You're listening to Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball on Grey Wolves Live.
Mission Sports, a full service.
How a good time down at the Lucky Pint, where we have 30 rotating taps, happy hour all day on Sundays, fishbowl Fridays, or just come down and fill up a growler. The Lucky Pint is the home of Gresham Grey Wolves, where we honor service members with a 20% discount every Monday. Check us out on Facebook to see our latest cocktails and craft beer list, and then come in and see for yourself what all the excitement is all about. Located at 1888 Northwest Fairview Parkway in Gresham, your locally owned place for craft beer and cocktails in Gresham.
Hey kids, the Gresham Grey Wolves will be conducting a 3-day baseball camp right here at Ostlin Field on July 20th through the 22nd. This is a great opportunity to develop your skills, have fun, and learn from the Gresham Grey Wolves players. Registration is just $45 per child and is open to all ages 5 through 16. You can register online at GreshamGreyWolves.com. See you at the ballpark.
Kill me, that's the worst joke ever. There you go. Congrats.
Welcome back to Grey Wolves Live here in Kelowna, Canada, as Spud Hyman will now go out to begin the bottom of the 4th inning with a 3-0 lead here after 3 hits in the top of the 4th inning, all with 2 outs. Ryan Smith led off with a double. Mark Cardinale singled, scoring Smith. Then Ryan Rodriguez hit a double, moving everybody up 2 bases, and Ben Klenke is then singled, scoring both runners. As the first pitch from Spud Heidemann is a ball outside for ball number 1. And the 1-0 pitch is going to be a foul ball off the leg of Cantor. Spud Hyman working now with a 1-1 count. Delivers, and it's going to be outside for ball number 2. 2-1 now from Spud. And the 2-1 pitch is skied into right center field that speedy Jeffrey Minto Jr. will go over and gather up with very little effort for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Next up for your Kelowna Falcons, that catcher makes some noise for Brent Sita.
That'll bring up Brent Sita here in the 4th inning with 1 out. Andrew Heidemann allowing only 2 hits so far in the game. As there's a good crowd here in Kelowna. As the first pitch to Sita is a ball inside for ball number 1. 1-0 pitch is skied into left field, and it's going to get down the third baseline. Cardinale can't gather up quickly as Sita will run into second base with a double after the little bobble in left field. Brings up Ogata out of Mount Hood Community College. So a little fun fact, Grey Wolves play their baseball at Mount Hood Community College, where Ogata plays his baseball when he's playing in the spring, but in the summer he plays in Kelowna, Canada. So a little bit of a reunion here as the first pitch to Ogata is a called strike. Oh, 1 count now. Is a ball inside for Ogata from Spud Heidemann. One count, 1 out, swung on, up the middle. It's going to get through for a single, and the third base coach for Kelowna is going to hold up the base runner, Cantor, at third base. So runners at first and third after the single.
Next up for your Kelowna Falcons, right fielder from Western Oregon University. Put your hands together for Joey Crankleton.
That'll bring up Joey Crankleton out of Western Oregon University. So 2 Kelowna Falcons from the state of Oregon play their baseball in Oregon. As Ben Klenke will call time and give out some first and third plays for the Grey Wolves infield. As the sun is setting here behind the hills, it's a little valley as we traveled through lumber country after traveling through Washington, up by 5 and over to Kelowna. Spud Heidemann looking over at first base over his shoulder. Swung on. Right side. That Ryan Rodriguez looks like he could have picked with his backhand, but gets underneath his glove. Jordan Barkas ranging over to his left to back up Ryan Rodriguez. Gets the ball, throws it over Spud Heidemann, who was covering first base, but not in time. So an infield single scores a runner from third base, and now there's runners at first and third after 3 straight hits for the Falcons.
For your Kelowna Falcons from the University of San Diego, make some noise for Jeff McCauley. We got runners in scoring position. There's only 1 out. I announce a batter. Get excited, Kelowna. Next up for your Falcons, make some noise for Jeff McNally.
That'll bring up, looks like, a pinch hitter. I have Anterchak on my score sheet, but the PA announcer announced a different name, as the first pitch from Spud Heidemann is low for ball number 1. And there might have been a roster change that nobody gave me here in Kelowna. So I will do my best to figure out what the difference is, as the 1-0 pitch is a called fastball strike on the outer part of the plate. for strike number 1. So 1-1 with 1 out. Runners at first and third as the Grey Wolves lead 3-1 after the Falcons scored a run in the inning. 3 straight hits after a fly out to right. That's the 1 out. As the 1-1 pitch is a called strike on the inner part of the plate for strike number 2. 1-2 now. Number 9 batter facing Spud Heidemann working out of the stretch. Swung on, reached by Anchak, and it's going to be a lazy fly ball into right field for out number 2. So 2 fly outs to right are the 2 outs in the inning for the Grey Wolves. Bringing up Chandler Robertson.
College and center field. Put your hands together for Chandler Robertson.
Chandler Robertson, center fielder, singling in the third, and grounding out to short in the first. Runners at first and second now. 2 outs for Spud Heidemann. Facing the top of the order now. 3-1 Grey Wolves lead. 8:07 here in Kelowna as the pitch is swung on and flares into left center field. They're going to wave in the runner at second base, Ogata, and it's going to be a 3-2 ball game here after the single by Robertson with runners at first and third now and 2 outs for the Falcons.
Next up for your Kelowna Falcons, the second baseman from Colorado State Mesa. Make some noise for Lane Lacrone.
That'll bring up Lane Lacrone, the second baseman for the Falcons, who singled in the third. The 2 hits that the Falcons got in the third. Four hits now in the inning for Kelowna. Spud Heidemann works again with a 1-3 first and third situation as the curveball swung on and missed by Lacrone. (0-1) now with 2 outs in the inning. Spud Heidemann comes set, spins over to first base and throws the ball. Not in time to get Robertson. Again, Robertson tracking down multiple fly balls in center field to make sure the Grey Wolves not score more runs. And the 0-1 pitch is lined down the third base line, but just gets foul, much to the displeasure of the fans here in Kelowna, as that surely would have scored one. Here with 2 outs and runners at first and third. The sun has gone behind the hill in the distance down the first baseline, as Spud Heidemann will try to backpick again the runner at first base. Sun is just a shadow now, creating shadows over the hill, behind the hill, as Spud Heidemann comes set. 0-2 pitch is gobbled up on a one-hop, short hop to Dylan Doherty, gets down and gathers that one up and eats it up with his stomach, shovels it over to Jordan Barkus to retire to the side, but not after the Kelowna Falcons scored 2 runs in the inning on 4 hits. Relieve 2 base runners as the Grey Wolves now lead 3-2 here in the contest. You're listening to Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball on Grey Wolves Live.
You are in a quest full of danger and excitement. Your path clouded by deception and dead ends that could cost you dearly. You have to fight off dangerous snakes and vicious jackals, savage headhunters and shark-infested waters. You don't know who to trust, and all you want is to buy a new car. I'm Bess Wills at Gresham Ford, and getting the car or truck you need doesn't have to be a dangerous adventure of epic proportions. At Gresham Ford, you won't find any snakes, weasels, or other predators, and you don't have to worry if you are going to get pillaged. All dealers pay the same for the cars they sell. We just help you get the new or used vehicle you need without all the drama. If you want an adventure full of shady characters, crooked deals, and nasty vermin, go to the movies. If you want to get the best built cars and trucks in America, come to Gresham Ford. We'll all donate $100 to the church or charity of your choice with every vehicle you purchase at Gresham Ford. Bum ba dum bum bum bum.
The right dentist for your young children can be challenging. At Gresham Pediatric Dentistry, we understand the importance of helping your child feel comfortable in the dental chair. Since 2007, Dr. Jiyoung Lee has helped many young patients in the Gresham area, and she can help your child too. Request your appointment today at GreshamPediatricDentistry.com.
Welcome back to Grey Wolves Live here as the Grey Wolves lead 3-2 here to open up the 5th inning. Take a little trip around the West Coast League. First from Cowlitz, as the Cowlitz Black Bears lead the Victoria Harbor Cats, the league leading Victoria Harbor Cats 3-2 in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Walla Walla Sweets traveled to Bend, Oregon, and they're leading Bend Elks 3-0 in the top of the 6th. As Dylan Doherty will step into the batter's box for the Grey Wolves here in the top of the 5th inning. The first pitch from Tanner Knapp is a called strike on the outer part of the plate. The Wenatchee Apple Sox travel to Corvallis. They trail the Corvallis Knights 2-1. As the 0-1 pitch is a fastball, low for ball number 1. 1-1 count with no outs in the inning as Dylan Doherty leads off for the Grey Wolves. 1-1 pitch is skied deep into left field. Left fielder Morgan backtracking, running backwards, and on his back pedal makes the catch in left field for the out number 1. And then
Again, fans, look for those
the Kitsap Blue Jackets travel to Yakima to face the Pippins, and the Pippins are leading 5-3 there in Yakima.
United Way.
And here in Kelowna, as Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. looks at a first pitch ball outside, Grey Wolves lead 3-2 here in Kelowna. 1-0 pitch is inside again for ball number 2. Two-0 pitch is lined over the shortstop's head for a single by Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. As the first base runner gets aboard in the 5th inning here for the Grey Wolves after the single by Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. out of the University of California as the University of Washington batter, designated hitter Jack Johnson steps into the batter's box. It's a hit and run situation as Jack Johnson laces one high into the sky as the ball will land in the glove of the shortstop Anchak. So the hit and run not effective there, but there was a piece of wood put on the ball as Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. had to retreat back to first base after the pop-up to the shortstop. Brings up the third baseman, Connor Zickafoos. Connor Zickafoos at Chino Hills, California, played at Chino Hills High School as Tanner Knapp will throw over to Jeffrey Mitchell Jr., knowing Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. does have speed on the base paths. First pitch to Connor Zickafoos is skied into left center field. Center fielder Robertson and left fielder Morgan converging together to catch the third out of the inning after the fly out to left field. So one hit, one left on base for the Grey Wolves here in the 5th inning as Grey Wolves lead 3-2 here in the inning. You're listening to Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball here on Grey Wolves Live.
You need to do something?
kids, the Gresham Grey Wolves will be conducting a 3-day baseball camp right here at Ostlin Field on July 20th through the 22nd. This is a great opportunity to develop your skills, have fun, and learn from the Gresham Grey Wolves players. Registration is just $45 per child and is open to all ages 5 through 16. You can register online at GreshamGreyWolves.com. See you at the ballpark.
Turn a double play with the Gresham Grey Wolves this season by becoming a marketing partner. If you or someone you know would like more information on how to become a marketing partner of the Gresham Grey Wolves during their inaugural season, contact Derek Hargett at 503-890-8827 for more information. Again, that number is 503-890-8827. Your partnership with the Gresham Grey Wolves will be a howlin' time.
On PEDs.
Welcome back to Grey Wolves Baseball here on Grey Wolves Live as Ben Klenke throws down here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Ketchup is catching up. That's what it does.
As the Grey Wolves lead 3-2 here in Kelowna, looking to get back to winning ways after the 4-0 loss in their last game last night, July 5th. Grey Wolves lost 4-0 to the Walla Walla Sweets. On the day after the 4th of July. As the first pitch from Spud Heideman is a strike to lead off the inning. As the Kelowna Falcons are all wearing different numbers than what's on their roster. And I did not get an updated number sheet. So we'll figure out after the 0-1 pitch is called a ball. So 1-1 now, as the 1-1 pitch is chopped over to the second baseman, Jordan Barkus. He'll run in and gather that one up and make a running throw over to first baseman Ryan Rodriguez to record the out.
Next up for your Kelowna Falcons, put your hands together, stomp your feet for Jesse Moore.
That'll bring up Jesse Moore, the first baseman. As the first pitch to Moore is a called strike here from Spud Heideman. The 0-1 pitch is a ball outside for ball number 1. 1-1 count now as the Grey Wolves lead 3-2. Spud Heideman working here in the bottom of the 5th inning. A slider just outside. Called a ball. So 2-1 now from Spud Heideman to Jesse Moore. Carter is on deck, the designated hitter for the Kelowna Falcons. As a 2-1 pitch is fastball high and outside for ball number 3. Again, Andrew Heideman going the distance when the team leads as the 3-1 pitch is fouled into the body of Jesse Moore. He went 7 innings in his last appearance against Kitsap. He went 8 innings in a win against Cowlitz, and both times he held the opposing team to just 1 run. When he did get into trouble, though, he only lasted 4 2/3 inning and received a loss as the full count pitch is fouled back into the inning here in Kelowna. Full count, 1 out here from Spud Heideman, the righty, at the University of Concordia, Wisconsin. There's Concordia Portland, Concordia Irvine in California. There's Concordias all over the country. So Spud Heideman out of Bakersfield, California, goes to Concordia in Wisconsin as the full count pitch is just off the plate for ball number 3 here as Spud Heideman allows a walk in the inning.
Designated hitter from Cal State Bakersfield, put your hands together for Max Carter.
That'll bring up Max Carter out of Cal State Bakersfield. So Cal State Bakersfield is in the Western Athletic Conference. The Western Athletic Conference consists of Grand Canyon University, starter on July 3rd. Gabe Benavides goes to Grand Canyon University. Faces off against Max Carter at Cal State Bakersfield. First pitch is to Hopper, right to Jack Johnson. He'll throw over to second base, Jordan Barkas, and he'll throw over to Ryan Rodriguez. So a 5-4-3 double play ends the inning for Spud Heidemann, leaving nobody left on no hits and no errors. No runs were scored after the walk. You're listening to Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball here on Grey Wolves Live here from Kelowna, Canada.
It's a howling good time down at the Lucky Pint, where we have 30 rotating taps, happy hour all day on Sundays, fishbowl Fridays, or just come down and fill up a growler. The Lucky Pint is the home of Gresham Grey Wolves, where we honor service members with a 20% discount every Monday. Check us out on Facebook to see our latest cocktails and craft beer list, and then come in and see for yourself what all the excitement is all about. Located at 1888 Northwest Fairview Parkway in Gresham, your locally owned place for craft beer and cocktails in Gresham.
Bum ba da dum da da dum. You are in a quest full of danger and excitement. Your path clouded by deception and dead ends that could cost you dearly. You have to fight off dangerous snakes and vicious jackals, savage headhunters and shark-infested waters. You don't know who to trust, and all you want is to buy a new car. I'm Bess Wills at Gresham Ford, and getting the car or truck you need doesn't have to be a dangerous adventure of epic proportions. At Gresham Ford, you won't find any snakes, weasels, or other predators, and you don't have to worry if you are going to get pillaged. All dealers pay the same for the cars they sell. We just help you get the new or used vehicle you need without all the drama. If you want an adventure full of shady characters, crooked deals, and nasty vermin, go to the movies. If you want to get the best built cars and trucks in America, come to Gresham Ford, where I'll donate $100 to the church or charity of your choice with every vehicle you purchase at Gresham Ford. Bum ba dum bum bum bum.
Welcome back to Grey Wolves Baseball here on Grey Wolves Live from Kelowna, British Columbia, Canada, as the throwdown from Cedar going down to second base, as Ryan Smith will step into the batter's box for the Grey Wolves. A right-handed batter facing off against right-handed pitcher Tanner Knapp.
Leading up top of the sixth.
Last time Ryan Smith batted, he had 2 outs in the inning, and he doubled to open up what ended up being a 3-run inning in the 4th. Now we're in the 6th. And Ryan Smith, the center fielder, will step into the batter's box to face Tanner Knapp again. And he'll look at a changeup inside for ball number 1. The 1-0 pitch is a called ball. 2-0 now from Ryan Smith from Tanner Knapp. And it's going to be high for ball number 3. So quickly 3-0 here, as it looks like Tanner Knapp might be trying to avoid Ryan Smith hitting, but not intentionally walking him. It's a 3-0 pitch. It's called a strike after Ryan Smith put his bat out to bunt, pulled it back after a 3-0 fake bunt with the stoplight. Don't swing, 3-0. Make him throw a strike. 3-1 inside for ball number 4. So a 5-pitch walk to Ryan Smith. Gets Ryan Smith on here in 2 at-bats in a row.
Number 25, the left fielder, Mark Cardinale.
That'll bring up Mark Cardinale, the left fielder out of UC Davis. Mark Cardinale arriving just a couple weeks ago with a plethora of other players, and he'll look at a first pitch changeup over the heart of the plate for strike number 1. Mark Cardinale wearing number 25 and playing in left field with Ryan Smith, the center fielder, at first base getting his lead. And Tanner Knapp will throw over to first base on an attempted pickoff, but Ryan Smith will dive back in safely. Grey Wolves have scored 111 runs here in the season, as the 0-1 pitch is skied out of play out of the ballpark. And that one's going to hit a car, much to the jubilation of the fans here, as they're cheering and looking over their shoulders to see if there's any damage done to the vehicle parked on the street. Oh, 2 pitch is softly grounded at the second baseman, right in his stomach. And everybody's going to be safe, as that one surely will go down as an error, as Anchak was all over that one and just couldn't haul it in.
Next up for the Grey Wolves, number 27, the first baseman, Ryan Rodriguez.
That'll bring up the first baseman, Ryan Rodriguez, who has 2 hits in the afternoon, a single and a double. And now with runners at first and second and no outs in the inning, so the Grey Wolves are threatening again here in the top of the 6th inning, looking to extend their lead. It is still 3-2. Here with no outs as the sun continues to set to our right. Ryan Smith is going to lay down a no-out bunt. And the third baseman, Ogata, is going to run over, pick that one up, and make a throw over to first base to record the first out of the inning after the sacrifice bunt moves everybody over by Ryan Rodriguez. That'll bring up Ben Klenke after a mound visit. So looks like there's going to be a pitching change here for the Falcons. We're going to take a break here on Volcanoes Live, and we'll let you know who the new pitcher is here after this short break.
Hey kids, the Gresham Grey Wolves will be conducting a 3-day baseball camp right here at Osland Field on July 20th through the 22nd. This is a great opportunity to develop your skills, have fun, and learn from the Gresham Grey Wolves players. Registration is just $45 per child and is open to all ages 5 through 16. You can register online at GreshamGreyWolves.com. See you at the ballpark.
Turn a double play with the Gresham Grey Wolves this season by becoming a marketing partner. If you or someone you know would like more information on how to become a marketing partner of the Gresham Grey Wolves during their inaugural season, contact Derek Hargett at 503-890-8827 for more information. Again, that number is 503-890-8827. Your partnership with the Gresham Grey Wolves will be a howlin' time.
Down at the Lucky Pint, where we have 30 rotating taps, happy hour all day on Sundays, fishbowl Fridays, or just come down and fill up a growler. The Lucky Pint is the home of Gresham Grey Wolves, where we honor service members with a 20% discount every Monday. Check us out on Facebook to see our latest cocktails and craft beer list, and then come in and see for yourself what all the excitement is all about. Located at 1888 Northwest Fairview Parkway in Gresham, your locally owned place for craft beer and cocktails in Gresham.
Welcome back to Grey Wolves Live here, as O'Keefe Hall is now the new pitcher for the Falcons. O'Keefe Hall at Peru State College from Reno, Nevada. And he's made 4 total appearances, accumulated a 27 ERA in 3.1 innings pitched. He's allowed 7 hits, struck out 4 and walked 4. He pitched 2/3 of an inning against Wenatchee. He pitched an inning in relief against Victoria in a 4-10 loss in July. Pitched 2/3 of an inning against Victoria as well on June 30th, so the first and third game of that series. And he pitched 1 inning of relief against Corvallis in a 1-5 loss. So the 4 contests he's pitched in, the Falcons have lost 3 of the 4 games. The one game they did win was against Wenatchee on July 4th, as Ben Klenke will step into the batter's box for the Grey Wolves. Here with runners at second and third, 1 out. Ryan Smith is at third base. Mark Cardinale is at second. Ryan Smith walked, and Mark Cardinale reached on an error by the shortstop. The infield is in for Kelowna against Ben Klenke. A flyout would score Ryan Smith on a sacrifice. This one is skied high over the left field backstop, and it's going to get out of play out of the ballpark for a foul ball. 0-1 count now to Ben Klenke, who is Swung at the first pitch he's seen almost every single at bat. Swinging a light gray bat with a black handle, as the black and gray blend together. Different than many bats that are either solid colored or are completely different colored. So you'll have a maroon barrel and a tan handle, and it just cut off on a line. Either way, it's up to the batter's aesthetic pleasing, as the 0-1 pitch is in the dirt for ball number 1. Most likely, pitches are going to be called to be low in the zone. Low pitches are going to produce ground outs, as a batter cannot get underneath a pitch low in the zone unless they really get their barrel of the bat down. Pitches up in the zone like that one, stomach high, are going to be skied out of play. So 1-2 count with 1 out now. Pitches up in the zone, get the barrel of the bat underneath them and produce fly balls. Pitches low in the zone, get the barrel on the top of the ball and produce ground outs. The Falcons looking for a ground out here. The Grey Wolves looking for anything but a ground out here with runners at second and third. 1-2 pitches. A curveball swung on and missed by Ben Klenke. 2 outs now in the inning, bringing up Jordan Barkis, second baseman for the Grey Wolves.
Next up for Gresham, their second baseman, Jordan Barkis.
Jordan Barkis playing second base tonight. Jordan Barkis from McNary High School in Kaiser, Oregon. Neighbors of the Grey Wolves, the Salem Kaiser Volcanoes, are playing tonight in Northwest League play. That's minor league baseball, short A season, facing off against the Vancouver Canadians. So both teams playing against Canadian teams here as Jordan Barkis looks at a fastball in the outer part of the plate for strike number 1. Jordan Barkis started 3 games that he played in. Season was cut short due to an injury this year. He had .444 in those 3 games with 2 doubles. Appeared in 22 games as a freshman for Lower Columbia. 0-1 pitches inside. Kind of gets away from the catcher, Sita, but he's able to gather that one up before it even gets to the grass behind home plate. The pitching coach, Sanderson, for the Grey Wolves, coaches at Lower Columbia College as well. So a little connection there from Jordan Barkis and Coach Sanderson for the Grey Wolves. As Hall will come set, the high leg kick. He'll deliver a 1-1 pitch outside and low for ball number 2. So 2-1 with 2 outs to Jordan Barkis. The Grey Wolves lead 3-2 here. Hall comes set. Glove down. Delivers. Swung on and missed. So 2-2 now. Jordan Barkis. As O'Keefe Hall has come in and recorded 1 out so far in a row. Looking to get his second out recorded. Here in a row after Ryan Rodriguez sacrificed bunt with Tanner Knapp on the hill still. Grey Wolves looking to get some runs scored after allowing getting 2 base runners on, and Jordan Barkis is going to get rung up on the outer part of the plate for strike number 3. So the Grey Wolves get 2 base runners, but they leave both base runners on after the next 3 batters get up to the bat and all get sat down by O'Keefe Hall and Tanner Knapp as Ryan Rodriguez sacrificed bunt. Grey Wolves lead 3-2 here in Kelowna. We'll be back here as a new pitcher comes out for the Grey Wolves. That's still Spud Heidemann here as we'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning here on Grey Wolves Live.
Essentials for a light kit for a
You are in a quest full of danger and excitement. Your path clouded by deception and dead ends that could cost you dearly. You have to fight off dangerous snakes and vicious jackals, savage headhunters and shark-infested waters. You don't know who to trust. And all you want is to buy a new car. I'm Bess Wills at Gresham Ford, and getting the car or truck you need doesn't have to be a dangerous adventure of epic proportions. At Gresham Ford, you won't find any snakes, weasels, or other predators, and you don't have to worry if you are going to get pillaged. All dealers pay the same for the cars they sell. We just help you get the new or used vehicle you need without all the drama. If you want an adventure full of shady characters, crooked deals, and nasty vermin, go to the movies. If you want to get the best built cars and trucks in America, come to Gresham Ford. We'll all donate $100 to the church or charity of your choice with every vehicle you purchase at Gresham Ford. Bum ba dum bum bum bum.
Beverages.
Welcome back to Grey Wolves Live here from Kelowna, Canada, as the Grey Wolves lead 3-2 and Spud Heidemann gets back out to work. Grey Wolves scored 3 runs in the 4th, and the Falcons scored 2 runs in the bottom of that inning. Brings up catcher Brent Sita here in the 6th. He doubled and scored in that inning, and he's going to single here into left field here to open up the 6th. So 1 pitch and 1 single for the Falcons here off Spud Heidemann, working in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Next up for your Kelowna Falcons, the third baseman from Mount Hood makes some noise for Bowen Ogata.
That'll bring up Ogata at Mount Hood Community College, the third baseman wearing number 37. With Sita at first base after he singled, and it's going to be shown bunt, but the bunt is going to get foul. Towards the Grey Wolves dugout. The Grey Wolves down third baseline here in Kelowna, just like they are at home. And Spud Heidemann will throw over to first base. And Sita will be back in with safely. So 0-1 pitch, Spud Heidemann throws. It's going to be a called strike. Ben Klenke's going to try to backpick Sita at first base after Ogata showed bunt, pulled it back, but did not bunt the curveball strike. So 0-2 with no outs in the inning. Spud Heidemann looking to record the first out of the inning. Spud Heidemann comes set, delivers, swung on and lined into left field. So 2 straight singles for Kelowna with no outs in the inning. And there is movement down in the Grey Wolves bullpen, but nobody with a jersey on. Mainly just the players that traveled but did not suit up. Pitchers that either pitched in games prior or were not told to suit up, as the Grey Wolves showed up 20 minutes prior to the game start here after a delay at the border. Runners at first and second, no outs, as Joey Crunkleton will now step into the batter's box, the right fielder, batting from the left side. He's going to show bunt. It's going to be bunted down the third baseline. Spud Heidemann will gather the ball up after he falls to his left, runs over to his right, picks up the ball, makes a strike over to first base to record the first out of the inning after the 2 base runners advance on the sacrifice.
Next up for your Kelowna Falcons, all the way from Middle Tennessee, make some noise for Vaughn Chapin.
Now there is going to be a pinch batter for the number 9 batter. It's going to be Vaughn Chapin, wearing number 18, from Middle Tennessee State. We'll see where he is put defensively, as the corners are in for the Grey Wolves with runners at second and third. Interesting that the middle infield is not in with 1 out here, because a double play is not in order. So they might just be trying to preserve more than 1 run here as a slow ground ball that gets to the infield would score 2 base runners here with 1 out, as the first pitch from Spud Heidemann is called a ball. The 1-0 pitch swung on and missed outside for strike number 1. 1-1 now from Spud Heidemann. Von Shapen slaps that one into the netting. 1-2 now from Spud Heidemann with 1 out. One, 2, and 1 out. The 1-2 pitch is outside for ball number 2. 2-2 now. As the fans continue to watch their baseball here as the sun continues to set. Behind the hills in right field, 2-2 pitches on the outside part of the plate, and it's going to be strike 3 for Spud Heidemann. A gracious strike 3 called there for the Grey Wolves, but they'll take it. So 2 outs now, bringing up Chandler Robertson, the leadoff batter, as the Grey Wolves look to do what the Falcons did to the Grey Wolves in the top of the inning, and that is get 2 base runners on, sacrifice them over, and then get 2 more outs after the sacrifice with no damage done. Spud Heidemann delivers outside for ball number 1. The 1-0 pitch swung on, skied into foul territory down the left field line. And it's going to be a foul ball. 3 players were converging on it, and it looked like Dylan Doherty was making a sliding attempt. Looked like he was going to make a basket catch in between his legs as he was sliding, like he would slide into any base. As Connor Zickafoos and Cardinale were all converging on the ball with Doherty. The ball landed in foul territory, and it looked like Doherty had caught the ball, but he just came up short as the ball landed in the grass for a foul ball. So it's 1-1 now from Spud Heidemann to Chandler Robertson. The 1-1 pitch swung on, and another foul ball down the left field line. That one's going to get into the bullpen for the Grey Wolves. As Spud Heidemann now with a 1-2 count, facing the leadoff batter for Kelowna. The Grey Wolves coming in with a team .394 ERA, 140 strikeouts and 76 walks. And the Falcons coming in with a .479 ERA. As the 1-2 pitch is grounded right at the first baseman, Ryan Rodriguez. Could have taken it himself, but he's going to flip over Spud Heidemann and record the out. So a 3-1 put out ends the inning for the Grey Wolves and Spud Heidemann. So he gets out of a jam after 2 straight singles lead off the inning. Sacrifice bunt moves everybody over into scoring position. And then a strikeout and a ground out end the inning. So nothing hurt there after the 2 hits. As we'll go to the 7th inning here in Kelowna as the Grey Wolves lead 3-2. You're listening to Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball on Grey Wolves Live.
Finding the right dentist for your young children can be challenging. At Gresham Pediatric Dentistry, we understand the importance of helping your child feel comfortable in the dental chair. Since 2007, Dr. Jiyoung Lee has helped many young patients in the Gresham area, and she can help your child too. Request your appointment today at GreshamPediatricDentistry.com.
Hey kids, the Gresham Grey Wolves will be conducting a 3-day baseball camp right here at Ostlin Field on July 20th through the 22nd. This is a great opportunity to develop your skills, have fun, and learn from the Gresham Grey Wolves players. Registration is just $45 per child and is open to all ages 5 through 16. You can register online at GreshamGreyWolves.com. See you at the ballpark.
Turn a double play with the Gresham Grey Wolves this season by becoming a marketing partner. If you or someone you know would like more information on how to become a marketing partner of the Gresham Grey Wolves during their inaugural season, contact Derek Hargett at 503-890-8827 for more information. Again, that number is 503-890-8827. Your partnership with the Gresham Grey Wolves will be a howlin' time.
Hood Community College, make some noise for Riley Moore.
Welcome back to Grey Wolves baseball here as the Gresham Grey Wolves lead the Falcons 3-2.
From the guy beside me, he can't see that far. It's still
As there's a new pitcher for the Kelowna Falcons. Sounds like Riley Moore is out for the Falcons, and he's going to lead off against leadoff batter Dylan Doherty for the Grey Wolves. Riley Moore out of Sherwood, Oregon, delivers a first pitch strike to Dylan Doherty. So, a little fun fact there. If you'd like to know about me, my name's Fletcher, and I am from Wilsonville. So Wilsonville and Sherwood were and still are bitter rivals in the state of Oregon in every single sport. Rivalry was created back when Wilsonville and Sherwood were still in the same league in 3A before the reclassification to 6 classifications in the mid-2000s. As the 1-1 pitch is a ball inside, 2-1 count, and Dylan Doherty is going to slap one into left field for the first out of the inning. Sherwood is now a 6A school as they moved up after years of success in 5A in football and other sports as well.
Next up, right fielder Jeffrey
Wilsonville still at 5A, bringing up Grey Wolves number 2 batter Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. here in the 7th. He'll look at a first pitch in the dirt for ball number 1. Riley Moore goes to Mount Hood Community College, where the Grey Wolves play their home games. He's hit and pitched for the Kelowna Falcons as the 1-0 pitch is slapped into the netting here in Kelowna. He hit against Victoria as the 1-1 pitch is fouled, skied out of play. He had 1 hit in the 5-8 loss to Victoria, 3 at-bats, and struck out once. Primarily used as a reliever, except in his first appearance against Walla Walla, he was used as a starter. Pitched 6 innings in that game, as the 1-2 pitch is swung on. It's a curveball, swung on and missed by Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. in the dirt. Picked up by Sita and tagged out for strike number 3 and out number 2. Bringing up Jack Johnson.
Next up for Gresham, designated hitter Jack Johnson.
And it's going to be a pinch batter. And that pinch batter is going to be Josh Adams. Josh Adams out of UC Santa Barbara from Elk Grove, California. If you follow college baseball, UC Santa Barbara, the team that Josh Adams played for, had a crazy run to get to Omaha, where the final 8 teams play in a double elimination tournament, and the 2 teams that are merged from that play in the 3-game series. UC Santa Barbara played against Louisville, the number 2 national seed, as the first pitch from Moore is a fastball high and outside for ball number 1. 3-game series in a super regional, as Louisville, the number 2 national seed, faced off against UC Santa Barbara, the number 3 team coming out of the Big West. 1-0 pitches high and back over the top of the press box. 1-1 count now with 2 outs to Josh Adams. UC Santa Barbara won the first game against Louisville, in Louisville, as the national seeds host both a regional and a super regional. If they move on, as the 1-1 pitch is inside for ball number 2. 2-1 now. So they're up 1-0 in the get best of 3 series in the super regional. And they're down 3-0 in the bottom of the 9th inning in Louisville, Kentucky. The 2-1 pitch delivered, swung on and missed by Josh Adams. 2-2 now. And the bases are loaded for UC Santa Barbara against the best closer in baseball for Louisville. UC Santa Barbara decides to send a pinch hitter that happens to be a freshman to the plate. The 2-2 pitch swung on, delivered, slapped into the back netting here in Kelowna. The pinch hitter had hit 1 home run all season. Now, don't get ahead of yourself. Bases are loaded, 3 outs, 3 base runners on, down 3-0. There's 1 out in the game. So there's still a lot of baseball to be played. This pinch hitter, that's a freshman, as the 2-2 pitch is delivered, swung on, slapped into the hole between the first baseman and second baseman, as Josh Adams going to get a 2-out single here in the top of the 7th inning. So 1 out for UC Santa Barbara, as Josh Adams, that plays for Santa Barbara, the Gauchos, is at first base now, with Connor Zickafu stepping up to the plate. So I'll try to speed up this story. The pinch hitter freshman hits a walk-off grand slam to send UC Santa Barbara to the College World Series in Omaha for the first time ever. Can you believe it? A freshman hitting a walk-off grand slam to win the ball game, as the first pitch to Zickafu is outside, a fastball, ball number 1. Walk-off grand slam against the number 2 team in the country. A freshman on a team that barely made the field of 64 to begin with, being the number 2 national seed. And that's why baseball is so fun. The number 64 team can beat the number 2 team in the country when it comes down to it, because it's baseball and anything can happen. Anybody can beat anybody on any given day, as the 1-0 pitch is high and outside for ball number 2. That's why you'll see when the Seattle Mariners won 116 games in 2001 with Ichiro, Brett Boone, Edgar Martinez, they still lost ball games. 162 games are played. In football, a team can win every single game of the season, completely win and be undefeated in a season. You don't see that in baseball. Every team loses. It's just when and who to who, and when it counts and when it doesn't count, kind of thing. Then again, all baseball games count, but the games that get towards the end of the season count a little bit more, as the 2-1 pitch is a called strike changeup on the inner part of the plate to Connor Zickafu. Games in July and August and September and October count a little bit more than they do in March and April, when there's still 100 baseball games to be played in April and May. 2-2 pitch. Josh Adams at first base after his single with 2 outs. Delivery low for ball number 3. So full count now to Connor Zickafu. And Connor Zickafu at Chapman University, cool story, hit a slugging percentage of .688 in his freshman year and hit .437 for Chapman. That's unheard of for any freshman hitting .437, let alone in a California baseball school at Chapman University. It is Division III, but still, that's a very quality batting clip of .437. .437 at any level, whether that's 3rd grade baseball, senior year of high school, or freshman year of college, .437 is a very good batting average, as Connor Zickafu fouls that one into the inning. So still full count with 2 outs and Josh Adams at first base. Josh Adams did break on the pitch. Riley Moore comes set, looks over at first base. Josh Adams will run again. And Connor Zickafu is going to get rung up on a pitch that looked like it was in the exact same spot as last time. Started to hustle towards first base. And Coach Justin Barkus walks towards the home plate umpire and is going to have a little chat with the home plate umpire, not liking those calls on the lower part of the plate. Anyways, one base runner left on after that single by Josh Adams. No runs were scored as the Grey Wolves still lead 3-2 here in Kelowna. You're listening to Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball on Grey Wolves Live.
Bum, ba-da-dum, da-da-dum. You are in a quest full of danger and excitement. Your path clouded by deception and dead ends that could cost you dearly. You have to fight off dangerous snakes and vicious jackals, savage headhunters and shark-infested waters. You don't know who to trust. And all you want is to buy a new car. I'm Bess Wills at Gresham Ford, and getting the car or truck you need doesn't have to be a dangerous adventure of epic proportions. At Gresham Ford, you won't find any snakes, weasels, or other predators, and you don't have to worry if you are going to get pillaged. All dealers pay the same for the cars they sell. We just help you get the new or used vehicle you need without all the drama. If you want an adventure full of shady characters, crooked deals, and nasty vermin, go to the movies. If you want to get the best built cars and trucks in America, come to Gresham Ford. We'll all donate $100 to the church or charity of your choice with every vehicle you purchase at Gresham Ford. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum.
Finding the right dentist for your young children can be challenging. At Gresham Pediatric Dentistry, we understand the importance of helping your child feel comfortable in the dental chair. Since 2007, Dr. Jiyoung Lee has helped many young patients in the Gresham area, and she can help your child too. Request your appointment today at GreshamPediatricDentistry.com.
Make some noise for Lane LaCroix.
So Lane LaCroix will step into the batter's box, the second baseman for the Falcons, and he'll face off against Spud Heidemann, who is still pitching for the Grey Wolves here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and the first pitch is going to be high and inside for ball number 1. Spud Heidemann looking to go, well, it looks like could be a long outing as the 1-0 pitch is skied into right center field, and Ryan Smith will go over, gather it up, and collect it for out number 1.
Next up for your Kelowna.
That'll bring up Kevin Morgan.
Make some noise for Cameron Stern.
It's going to be a pinch hitter for Kelowna, and it's going to be number 41, Stern. First pitch from Spud Heidemann swung on and missed. Changeup that Stern was way out in front of. Nobody on, 1 out. 0-1 count. Spud Heidemann delivers, swung on. 1 hopper right at Connor Zickafoos. He's going to make a throw over to Ryan Rodriguez, and it's going to be an out. So 2 outs for Spud Heidemann here in the 7th as he's working very quickly here in the inning.
Next up for your
That'll bring up
Falcons, the third baseman. Make some noise for Jake Druce.
That'll bring up Jake Druce. First pitch is a ball outside for number 17, Jake Druce. As there have been multiple changes for Kelowna, and then I will get those changes defensively here after this inning. 1-0 pitch from Spud Heidemann is called strike. Low at the shins for strike number 1. 1-1 count now. Spud Heidemann working well with a 3-2 lead. He's going to deliver, and it's going to be a curveball that hits the front of the left-handed batter's box. Bounces over the top of the glove of Ben Klenke, but nothing hurt as nobody's on. So 2-1 count now. 2 outs. Grey Wolves lead 3-2. All 5 runs were scored in the 4th. 2-1 pitch is a fastball on the outer part of the plate for strike number 2. Ben Klenke thought it was strike number 3 and was about to throw down to third. But there's 2 outs, so if anything, you would have just tossed the ball back on the ground and flipped it to the mound. headed back to the dugout, not thrown down to third base. Thankfully, he did not throw down to save himself some embarrassment. A two-hopper lined right at Jordan Barkus. A low throw to Ryan Rodriguez, but he's going to able to gather it up and make the out for the Grey Wolves. 3 up, 3 down for Spud Heidemann in the 7th. We're heading to the 8th inning here in Kelowna. Gresham Grey Wolves lead 3-2.
I think there's still some fresh hot.
Hey kids, the Gresham Grey Wolves will be conducting a 3-day baseball camp right here at Osland Field on July 20th through the 22nd. This is a great opportunity to develop your skills, have fun, and learn from the Gresham Grey Wolves players. Registration is just $45 per child and is open to all ages 5 through 16. You can register online at GreshamGreyWolves.com. See you at the ballpark.
Welcome back to Grey Wolves baseball here in the top of the 8th inning. Grey Wolves lead 3-2 as Ryan Smith steps into the batter's box for the Grey Wolves. His one hit, and a walk and a strikeout in the inning, so 1 for 2. So he'll see a first pitch from Riley Moore up in the zone at his head for ball number 1. Swung on and slapped towards the Falcons bullpen. 1-1 count now with no outs here in the 8th. Grey Wolves still holding on to a 3-2 lead as the Grey Wolves look to get back to winning ways, and Ryan Smith is going to lace one down the third baseline. Just going to get foul as a player will go and hustle down from the Grey Wolves dugout and retrieve that foul ball. Couple scores from around the major leagues. The Red Sox beat the Rangers 11-6 in Boston. The Astros beat the Mariners as the 1-2 pitch is not swung, and it's going to be Ryan Smith's second strikeout looking in the game, bringing up Mark Cardinale. So 2 back-to-back backwards Ks for Riley Moore at Mount Hood Community College. As the first pitch to Cardinale is a ball outside. 1-0 count. Swung on. Missed by Cardinale. 1-1 now with 1 out in the 8th. Grey Wolves still leading 3-2. Astros beat the Mariners 9-8 in Houston. The Diamondbacks and the Padres are in Arizona as the 1-1 pitch is a ball. It gets away from the catcher. Back to the backstop. The Padres are leading the Diamondbacks 9-4 in Phoenix. As a 2-1 pitch, 1 out, delivered, swung on, and fouled into the chest of the catcher, Sita. The Rockies and the Giants are playing in San Francisco. Giants lead 3-1 in top of the 7th. The Tigers beat the Indians 12-2 in Cleveland. The Phillies beat the Braves in Philadelphia 4-3. Twins blanked the Athletics 4-0 in Minnesota. As the 2-2 pitch is fouled into the backstop. There's a bar separating the netting into 4 sections, and it hit the pipe and made a nice ding going back into the field. The Mets beat the Marlins 4-2 in New York. The Reds beat the blazing hot Cubs 5-3 in Chicago. The 2-2 pitch, Riley Moore working out of the windup. Delivers, swung on. 2-hopper, 3-hopper, 4-hopper. Gathered on his left side by the shortstop, thrown over to first base to record the out.
Next up, first baseman Ryan Rodriguez.
That'll bring up Ryan Rodriguez. As the fans are cheering for Riley Moore to strike him out. Ryan Rodriguez sacrificed his last at-bat and has scored a run in the game as the first pitch to Ryan Rodriguez is a called strike. The Orioles beat the Dodgers in 14 innings, 6-4 in Los Angeles. Washington Nationals beat the Brewers 7-4. Blue Jays beat the Kansas City Royals 4-2. 0-1 pitch is a called strike on the outer part of the plate for strike number 2. 0-2 with 2 outs to Ryan Rodriguez, and his highlighter yellow batting gloves with red trim steps back into the batter's box. His black socks and his all black cleats. Light tan piece of wood on the inside of his hands. As the 0-2 pitch is skied out of play to the right. Angels beat the Tampa Bay Rays 7-2 in Tampa Bay. White Sox blanked the Yankees 5-0. Pirates beat the Cardinals 7-5, and that's all of the contests for the Major League Baseball. The 0-2 pitches flied into shallow right field foul ball territory, and it's going to fall just out of the grasp of the first baseman, Moore. Excuse me, Ogata has moved over to first base. Here's those defensive changes I was telling you about. So there's been 3 pinch hitters for Kelowna. Stern is in left field for Kevin Morgan. Jake Druce went in for Jesse Moore and is now playing third base, which moved Ogata from third to first. And the new second baseman is number 2, or new shortstop is number 2. And I'll get you his name when I get a roster here at the end of the inning. 0-2 pitch is high for ball number 1. 1-2 count now to Ryan Rodriguez, wears number 27. Ryan Rodriguez swings and misses at the 1-2 pitch. It's a curveball in the dirt, gathered by the catcher Sita, thrown over to first base for another strikeout in the inning. So 2 strikeouts for Riley Moore in this inning. Tally 4 for him total in 2 innings pitched. We'll be back here in the bottom of the 8th inning in Kelowna. You're listening to Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball on Grey Wolves Live.
Can be challenging. At Gresham Pediatric Dentistry, we understand the importance of helping your child feel comfortable in the dental chair. Since 2007, Dr. Jiyoung Lee has helped many young patients in the Gresham area, and she can help your child too. Request your appointment today at GreshamPediatricDentistry.com.
Hey kids, the Gresham Grey Wolves will be conducting a 3-day baseball camp right here at Ostlin Field on July 20th through the 22nd. This is a great opportunity to develop your skills, have fun, and learn from the Gresham Grey Wolves players. Registration is just $45 per child and is open to all ages 5 through 16. You can register online at GreshamGreyWolves.com. See you at the ballpark.
Turn a double play with the Gresham Grey Wolves this season by becoming a marketing partner. If you or someone you know would like more information on how to become a marketing partner of the Gresham Grey Wolves during their inaugural season, contact Derek Hargett at 503-890-8827 for more information. Again, that number is 503-890-8827. Your partnership with the Gresham Gray Wolves will be a howl.
Welcome back to the 8th inning here in Kelowna as Spud Heineman comes out for the 8th inning of work here. As the Grey Wolves lead 3-2 is the first pitch to Max Carter. Designated hitter is fouled into the backstop. Oh, one pitch is a ball inside and low for ball number 2. The 1-1 pitch is lined down the left field line. It's going to get out of play for strike number 2. So 1-2, no outs for Spud Heidemann, who's gone 7 full innings so far, looking to see if he can go full 8. Last time he went 8 innings, it was against Cowlitz at home on June 7th. His first league appearance. 1-2 pitches. Left side, diving attempt by Dylan Doherty is gobbled up, thrown over to Ryan Rodriguez at first base, who has to come off the bag to gather the ball up to make sure it does not get any farther and allow Carter to advance and name more bases. It's going to go down as a hit. As great defensive play by Dylan Doherty to try to get an out in that at bat, but 1 out now, bringing up Brent Sita, the catcher, with Max Carter at first base. Bunt shown, fouled off, back to the backstop. So it's an 0-1 count with a runner at first base. No outs in the inning. Spud Heidemann will spin and throw over to Ryan Rodriguez at first base to keep Max Carter there. The Falcons trying to get some runs going here, and runners moving on the base paths as the Grey Wolves lead 3-2 still. Double play ball, third base side. 1 and 2, and they're going to get him at first base. So a double play, 5-4-3 double play gets Bud Heidemann out of that first leadoff single possible scoring opportunity. So the second 5-4-3 double play turned by Connor Zickafoose, Jordan Barkas, and Ryan Rodriguez in the game, as the 3 umpires here in the game helping out with that play, as that would have been a tough call for a 2-man crew. 2 outs now in the bottom of the 8th inning as the first pitch from Spud Heidemann to Ogata, the now first baseman, is called a ball. The 1-0 pitch is low and outside for ball number 2. The 2-0 pitch is outside again, so it's a 3-0 count with 2 outs in the inning to Ogata. Ogata, an Hood Community College as well, with Riley Moore, the pitcher from last inning for Kelowna. 3-0 pitch is low at the shins, and it's going to be a 4-pitch walk for Spud Heidemann, his first 4-pitch walk of the evening. And his first walk of the game, period.
Makes a noise for Joey Crunkleton.
That'll bring up Joey Crunkleton, the right fielder. Grey Wolves still lead 3-2 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here in Kelowna, the sun is set. It's very dusk out now. The lights are on, as the fans are still here. It's a crisp night. It was warm here Not expected. A deep fly ball. The fans are going crazy, but Ryan Smith is going to get underneath it and make the catch and record the third out of the inning here in the bottom of the eighth. So we'll head to the top of the ninth here in Kelowna as the Grey Wolves lead 3-2, looking to get some insurance runs here in Kelowna and get a series beginning lead, first game of the series win here in Kelowna. You're listening to Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball on Grey Wolves Live.
It's a howlin' good time down at the Lucky Pint, where we have 30 rotating taps, happy hour all day on Sundays, fishbowl Fridays, or just come down and fill up a growler. The Lucky Pint is the home of Gresham Grey Wolves, where we honor service members with a 20% discount every Monday. Check us out on Facebook to see our latest cocktails and craft beer list, and then come in and see for yourself what all the excitement is all about. Located at 1888 Northwest Fairview Parkway in Gresham, your locally owned place for craft beer and cocktails in Gresham.
Bum ba da dum da da dum. You are in a quest full of danger and excitement. Your path clouded by deception and dead ends that could cost you dearly. You have to fight off dangerous snakes and vicious jackals, savage headhunters and shark-infested waters. You don't know who to trust. And all you want is to buy a new car. I'm Bess Wills at Gresham Ford, and getting the car or truck you need doesn't have to be a dangerous adventure of epic proportions. At Gresham Ford, you won't find any snakes, weasels, or other predators, and you don't have to worry if you are going to get pillaged. All dealers pay the same for the cars they sell. We just help you get the new or used vehicle you need without all the drama. If you want an adventure full of shady characters, crooked deals, and nasty vermin, go to the movies. If you want to get the best built cars and trucks in America, come to Gresham Ford, where I'll donate $100 to the church or charity of your choice with every vehicle you purchase at Gresham Ford. Bum ba dum bum bum bum.
Welcome back to Grey Wolves Baseball. Here as the Grey Wolves lead 3-2. We've got a new pitcher for Kelowna. And it's an interesting change here as the designated hitter, Max Carter, is now on the hill for Kelowna, and he will be batting as well in the bottom half of the frame unless they make a change there. Don't know how that rule would take effect, but I assume he would be batting and pitching at the same time because the designated hitter has not left the ballgame. He's still in the ballgame. He's just pitching now. If he leaves, the new pitcher would have to bat, but he can still bat, Max Carter. Anyways, Ben Klenke leads off the top of the ninth inning here as the Grey Wolves lead 3-2, and he's going to swing and miss at the first pitch. He sees another first pitch swinging attempt by Ben Klenke, who has a single in the afternoon, 1 for 3. And he's going to look at a 0-1 pitch low and outside for ball number 1. Ben Klenke swings and misses at another pitch. That 1-1 pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now to Ben Klenke. Ben Klenke coming into the contest hitting .284. He had 3 hits in the Walla Walla game on the 4th of July. As a 1-2 pitch is outside for ball number 2. 2-2 now. That brought his batting average up 40 points from 226 to 286. 2-2 pitch swung on. One hopper. Second baseman is very deep. He's going to make the throw over to the first baseman Moore. So Lacrone in perfect positioning, deep in the hole at second base to record the out for the Falcons. Bringing up Jordan Barkis, second baseman for the Grey Wolves. With the Grey Wolves still leading 3-2. And most likely a closer coming in for the Grey Wolves. Not expecting Spud Hydeman to go a full 9 innings here with a 3-2 lead after throwing just a couple days ago on June 29th. First pitch is a strike to Jordan Barkis. It's an 0-1 count. Scoreboard says 2 balls and 3 strikes, but that's not right. 0-1. Curveball outside. Ball number 1. 1-1 now. One out. Top of the 9th inning, Jordan Barkus looks at a pitch above the belt for ball number 2. 2-1 now. And Jordan Barkus is going to look at a 2-1 pitch outside for ball number 3, and it's a 3-1 count now with 1 out in the inning, and Dylan Doherty on deck for the Grey Wolves. 3-1 pitch delivered, swung on, line drive right at the right fielder Crunkleton, who'll make the catch for out number 2 here in the top of the 9th inning.
Back to the top of the order for the Grey Wolves with their shortstop, Dylan Doherty.
That'll bring up Dylan Doherty, the shortstop. He's 0 for 4 so far tonight with 4 flyouts. 2 to left, 1 to center, and 1 to right. He's getting good contact on the ball, he's just not able to fall on the grass. First pitch he sees is a fastball outside part of the plate, strike number 1. One pitches in the dirt. That gets away from Sita, the catcher, and it's going to go all the way over to Jeffrey Mitchell Jr., who is on the on-deck circle. Waiting on deck with 2 outs in the inning, Dylan Doherty, if he can get on, will bring up Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. And that's going to be a single for Dylan Doherty, his first one of the evening. That's going to get right over the top of the shortstop's head. Tevin Mitchell, that's the shortstop that came in for Antchak, bringing up Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. here in the 9th. Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. singled and struck out twice and grounded out to the pitcher. So he's 1 for 4 tonight, looking to get another hit. A little improvised pitch out, low and outside, and trying to backpick Dylan Doherty, the shortstop, most likely trying to see if he can get a jump here at first base and steal a bag. Jeffrey Mitchell Jr., team-leading batting average coming into the game in the batter's box, the right-handed batter's box. 3-1 count now to Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. Don't know if that's correct because that was the 3rd pitch of the at-bat. I don't think there's been a strike yet. 3-0. 2-0 count, correct. So it's 2-0 to Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. Scoreboard hasn't been correct the last 2 batters. Max Carter will deliver, and it's going to be a ball low for ball number 3. So 3-0 quickly to Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. Two outs in the inning. Last time there were 2 outs in the inning, and the Grey Wolves are up. In the 4th, they scored 3 runs, and that's going to be a 4-pitch walk to Jeffrey Mitchell Jr., advancing everybody 1 base. Bringing up Josh Adams. And there's going to be a pitching discussion out on the mound with the pitching coach for Kelowna. And they're looking down at the ground like there might be a situation with Max Carter's plant foot. But now they're just chatting. Catcher Sita, Max Carter, and the pitching coach out talking on the mound.
Next up for the Gresham Grey Wolves, their designated hitter, Josh Adams.
Josh Adams will trot around towards the left-handed batter's box, all the way around the catcher and the umpire. There's 2 outs in the inning. Runners on first and second base. Dylan Doherty at second. Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. at first. A ball in the gap could score Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. We've seen his speed all season long. And a ball in the gap, especially down the third baseline, would score Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. Dylan Doherty would score on just about any single. With 2 outs in the inning, they're running on contact. First pitch to Josh Adams is a fastball. Belt high on the outer part of the plate for strike number 1. Oh, 1 pitch from Max Carter, swung on. Now one's going to be lined right at the left fielder, Kevin Morgan. And that's going to be it for the 9th inning here for the Grey Wolves. We're heading to the bottom of the 9th. The Grey Wolves still lead 3-2 here on Grey Wolves Live from Kelowna, Canada. You're listening to Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball on Grey Wolves Live.
You are in a quest full of danger and excitement. Your path clouded by deception and dead ends that could cost you dearly. You have to fight off dangerous snakes and vicious jackals, savage headhunters and shark-infested waters. You don't know who to trust, and all you want is to buy a new car. I'm Bess Wills at Gresham Ford, and getting the car or truck you need doesn't have to be a dangerous adventure of epic proportions. At Gresham Ford, you won't find any snakes, weasels, or other predators, and you don't have to worry if you are going to get pillaged. All dealers pay the same for the cars they sell. We just help you get the new or used vehicle you need without all the drama. If you want an adventure full of shady characters, crooked deals, and nasty vermin, go to the movies. If you want to get the best built cars and trucks in America, come to Gresham Ford. We'll all donate $100 to the church or charity of your choice with every vehicle you purchase at Gresham Ford. Bum ba dum bum bum bum.
Finding the right dentist for your young children can be challenging. At Gresham Pediatric Dentistry, we understand the importance of helping your child feel comfortable in the dental chair. Since 2007, Dr. Jiyoung Lee has helped many young patients in the Gresham area, and she can help your child too. Request your appointment today at Gresham.
Welcome back to Grey Wolves Live here in Canada, as the Grey Wolves are leading the Kelowna Falcons 3-2, as pinch hitter will step into the batter's box from the University of California. And Spud Heidemann working in the 9th here with a 3-2 lead. Throws a first pitch strike. Second pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 2. It's 0-2 early from Spud Heidemann. To AJ Sawyer. The 0-2 pitch is low for ball number 1. It's 1-2 now to Sawyer. Sawyer hitting for Anchak. Looks like again. So 2-2 now as the 1-2 pitch is outside and low for ball number 2. 2-2 from Spud Heidemann working out of the windup. The righty delivers. It's a curveball, and it's going to be swung on and fouled into the netting here in Kelowna. AJ Sawyer hitting .333 with 10 hits and 30 at-bats. At the University of California, where Jeffrey Mitchell Jr., the right fielder, plays. The 2-2 pitch is a curveball inside that looks like it almost hit the front elbow of Sawyer, but just misses. So it's going to be a full count from Spud Heidemann. There's movement in the bullpen for the Grey Wolves. 2 pitchers, a lefty and a righty. 3-2 pitch is swung on and fouled into the glove of Ben Klenke for out number 1. A long at-bat there from AJ Sawyer by Spud Heidemann, as Ben Klenke will throw it around the horn with 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. That brings up Chandler Robertson, the leadoff batter. Chandler Robertson hitting .295 on the season, with 13 hits. No extra base hits for Robertson, as he looks at a first pitch fastball over the heart of the plate for strike number 1. Oh, 1 pitch swung on right at the left fielder Mark Cardinale, and it's going to be another out. So A 2-pitch at bat to Chandler Robertson from Spud Heidemann. And Spud Heidemann is down to his last out here for the Grey Wolves. And he's looking to get his first complete game in as the Grey Wolves lead 3-2, bringing up Lane Lacrone, the second baseman. Grey Wolves scored 3 runs in the 4th, and the Falcons put 2 up on the board right after them in the bottom half of that frame. Spud Heidemann delivers first pitch. Slider called strike as anticipation in the Grey Wolves dugout as Spud Heidemann works with an 0-1 count. It's a curveball inside for ball number 1. Didn't break enough there, just wrapped around the plate. One pitch is a looper into foul territory. A diving attempt by Connor Zickafoos is just not there in time as the third base umpire had to get out of the way into moving into fair territory to get out of the way Connor Zickafoos' diving attempt. Connor Zickafoos running straight backwards, diving out, laying out. It's 1-2 now. The Volcanoes just batted around the batting order in the 6th. The partner of Grey Wolves, the minor league team, co-owners, own both teams. 1-2 pitch. Dylan Doherty on his run. 1-2-3 in the 9th as Spud Heidemann gets a complete game 3-2 win shutout here in Kelowna. 20 minutes to prepare, 20 minutes to get ready for this game, and the Grey Wolves win the ball game here in Kelowna. A fantastic effort, mental toughness, defensive toughness, and offensive toughness here in Kelowna as the Grey Wolves take game 1 here in the series after a 20-minute warm-up period after a 9-hour-long bus ride and a 4-hour delay at the border, and the Grey Wolves take game 1 here in Kelowna. We'll be back here to discuss the highlights of the game and talk about game 2 here in Kelowna. You're listening to Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball on Grey Wolves Live.
It's a howlin' good time down at the Lucky Pint, where we have 30 rotating taps, happy hour all day on Sundays, fishbowl Fridays, or just come down and fill up a growler. The Lucky Pint is the home of Gresham Grey Wolves, where we honor service members with a 20% discount every Monday. Check us out on Facebook to see our latest cocktails and craft beer list, and then come in and see for yourself what all the excitement is all about. Located at 1888 Northwest Fairview Parkway in Gresham, your locally owned place for craft beer and cocktails in Gresham.
Welcome to the Gresham Grey Wolves post-game show. Presented by Active Family Chiropractic, Edward Jones, Gresham Ford, Gresham Pediatric Dentistry, the Gresham Police Officers Association, Lucky Pint, Metro East Web Academy, Northwest Accounting Partners, Olympic Gym, Riverview Community Bank, and State Farm. And now, here's your Gresham Grey Wolves post-game show.
Welcome back to Kelowna here as Spud Heidemann gets a 3-2 victory, going a full 9 innings to win the ball game here in Kelowna. A fantastic pitching effort from Spud Heidemann. He allowed 10 hits, but he only allowed 2 runs. Fantastic pitching from Spud Heidemann, the righty, senior out of Concordia and Bakersfield. Grey Wolves put 3 up on the board with 2 outs in the inning in the 4th. Great display of hitting there in the inning with 2 outs and not giving in here in Kelowna after what looked like it was going to be a pitcher's duel. But really it was a pitcher's duel from Spud Heidemann after he went those full 9 innings. The Grey Wolves scored 3 runs there in the 4th inning, like I said, after 2 outs. Ryan Smith led it off with a double after the 2 outs. Mark Cardinale then singled, moving Ryan Smith over to third and scoring on the play. Ryan Rodriguez then doubled, moving Mark Cardinale over to third, and a Ben Klenke singled scored both of them. So Ben Klenke with 2 RBIs in the game on 1 hit. He went 1 for 4 and had 2 RBIs on 1 hit. Didn't score a run. That's all. You don't need to score runs if you're going to hit them in. As the Grey Wolves put 3 up in the 4th. Kelowna then scored 2 in the bottom frame after a double by Brent Sita, and then a single by Ogata and a single by Joey Crunkleton. And that's how they scored 2 runs. But the performance of the night was Spud Heidemann, as we said, who went the full 9 innings, allowing 10 runs, but only 2 runs, and only walking 1 in the game. A fantastic pitching performance, bringing his ERA down to 2.08, as he threw 70 strikes and 31 balls in the game. We'll be back here for Game 2 between the Grey Wolves and the Falcons here on on Grey Wolves Live. You're listening to Gresham Grey Wolves Live here in Kelowna, Canada. I'm signing off. I'm Fletcher Like as the Grey Wolves win Game 1 against Kelowna 3-2. Thanks for listening. 6:35 game tomorrow here in Kelowna, Canada. Have a good one, folks.